Physical and guys that are moving off the non-football injured list would be PJ Williams and Derek Kelly. We added Tommy Lee Lewis to the active roster, currently at 90. Any questions?
Think of just overall work today.
I thought it was decent. I thought we had to battle through, obviously, the heat, and maybe not quite as crisp as yesterday, but look at the film and get a better chance to see it.
Sean, Mickey said the other day that all three of those guys will be back soon. Is Will still expected back in the next couple?
Say that again.
Will Lutz, is he expected
Yeah,
back?
yeah. We're just being smart, and it's. I don't expect it to be much longer than 3 days, but we're just being mindful of his groin, and I don't want it to become something that starts lagging.
Sean, when you say it wasn't quite as crisp as yesterday, is that kind of just a mental
Probably,
thing where guys got to work?
Come out here and shoot. Instead of being in 72 degrees, you're in 102 degrees. So, but that's part of training camp.
How would you characterize Marcus Davenport's production up to this point in his career, and what are you hoping for this season?
Look, it's been up and down based on his health a little bit. He's had really good moments and times where we've been really encouraged, and we're really encouraged with him. The key is staying healthy and being available. I think he's had a good off season. He's healthy, and I'm pleased with that room and the development overall of that room. So anxious to see how he does this year, though. It'll be an important year for him.
I know it's early in training camp, obviously, but what kind of progress have you seen from Marquez Callaway so far?
Well, look, this camp wouldn't be the proper evaluation, but last season would be. I mean, he played a pretty significant role for us, down the stretch when we had some injuries, and I felt like he kind of came into his own a little bit. And you saw him in each of those games towards the end of the season, gaining confidence, playing well. Now early on he's doing the same thing, but I think we saw growth last year, and I'm encouraged with where he's at.
Sean, you lost a couple of big pieces from your coaching staff in the offseason. For the most part, you just rearranged responsibilities. Talk about the confidence in the guys you have and the importance of hiring guys who are versatile.
Yeah, we've been fortunate to have good continuity, guys that have been here a long time, and then when you have success, you're going to lose good coaches. And I can remember Mr. Benson once visiting with me about we had a number of coaches interviewing, and I said, hey, just let's be more focused or worried when no one's interested in any of our guys. They're all guys that we'll pull for, and we think that will do good jobs at other spots. And look, then we really look closely at filling the spot. And if it's a qualified candidate from within that we feel confident in, we were able to make some of those moves. And then we also hired outside. So each time it's a little bit different. You're looking for the best fit, but that's part of it.
Sean, what are some of the things you're evaluating when you have two punters?
Look, part of it is being smart with the legs, but you're looking at young talent. It's not that you just have two punters. You found a second one that you think's got ability, and you watch him today. That it was a little boom or bust when he was kicking, but when it was boom, it was pretty good. So it's not like you set out to say, hey, it has to be this amount. It's only that amount if you feel like you have another candidate that you want to develop. So overall, though, it's a little bit easier position to grade than some, right? I mean, you got the stats that go behind it, the hang time, the consistency, but more of it is developing another good young player.
Sean, what is your take on a guy like Noah Spence? I mean, he's a veteran now. Is it just a matter of him being healthy so you can evaluate?
Well, he's coming off obviously a significant injury, and then finding that spot. What does he do well? And let's try to get him snaps. We know he can rush the passer. Can he help us in the kicking game? How does he get to 20, 25 snaps? That's important.
Sean, are there concepts that Chris Hogan's very familiar with past offenses that he's been in that make it more a fluid transition with you guys?
I can't speak for the past offenses. Obviously, I'm familiar with his role in New England, but I think the smooth transition comes with his football IQ and experience. So it's not uncommon when someone, even if the terminology was different, there's route trees that are similar, there's principles that are similar, but I think it's more credit to his overall football IQ. All right, go ahead.
One quick one on the progression quarterback question here. In terms of looking like he knows where he wants to go with the ball and being in sync with the receivers, where is Jameis Winston at this point?
Where's James?
Yeah.
Look, I think he's doing well. We rotated. Basically, the first 2 days of install were 1 and 2. Tomorrow we go back to 1 and 2. We'll flip the rotation. So a lot of it's install driven. But yeah, I think he's familiar with what we're doing, and we'll keep evaluating each day, and not just with him, with all those guys. All right, thanks.